May profits be upon you. This is a kind of like an extra bit of analysis. I'm going to give you about seven markets to look at, right? I gave these during our Zoom session today for Lions Den FX, hosted by Drunken Monkey. Shout out to Drunk. And I gave these in rapid fashion. Took all of about maybe 5 minutes, but I give these things to I posted. I give this analysis to give Lions Den FX members a chance to get something done financially, right? So I'm going to share these with you, and I hope you like them. Let's start out with pound CAD. Pound CAD, what I like. All right, you see this supply zone here on top of this demand, right? Prices come into this demand in a very bearish way, right? Leaving some liquidity, some sell side liquidity to come and get. Now, at the time that I gave this, it was before the when I gave the analysis, shared the analysis, it was before this candle was formed. And I said either price is going to open and continue moving down, or we'll see a pullback up to here. And I would happily take a better short from up here. And this is where price came up to the pip, I might add. And I have a target here first. This is the first target, and this is the second target. First target is at 1.5005, and the second target is at 1.4835. All right. Again, it's bearish. All right, we're breaking market structure to the downside. All right, this is a 4-hour chart. Just it's the way it's going. All right. The next one is crude oil. All right. Now you can see it's been bearish for a minute, right? But the bigger picture is it's a bullish market that has corrected. All right, this is a correction. Okay, and we've corrected to this area here. All right, this is the last breakout to the upside, right? And price made this high, and then we started to see it kind of move a little sideways. We tried to go back up again, and then prices started to fall. All right, is the correction over? This is where we'll be looking for that price action that'll tell us that the correction is over. All right, and so far it doesn't look like it. All right, we've broken market structure to the downside, right? And look at that imbalance that was left behind. This was a strong push to the downside. Price corrected that move up into this supply, and this is in the premium pricing of this trading range. I'm looking at the top and bottom of this dealing range, right? And when price comes up in the premium, this is where you want to take your shorts. And again, this candle, this last candle here, these last two, the last bearish candles there, weren't there when I gave this analysis. All right, they're there now. All right, because I'm enjoying my Sunday. But so far, it's working out just like I thought it would. We do have some buy side liquidity here that we need to be careful of, because price could easily come back and go further into discount pricing, and I would happily take a trade from up here down to here. Oh, I should mention too, Tuesday is the CPI data. All right, that's when the CPI data for the US will come out. I believe, we're going to react to the news. All right, but I believe those numbers, if they come in at expected levels or less, all right, where it it looks like we have a deflationary kind of move going on, where inflation looks like it's starting to get coming down a little bit more like it did last month. Then the CAD, the Swiss, those are going to benefit, all right, as we see a weakened US dollar. All right, because they're going to go, the environment's going to switch from risk off to risk on, and money will be leaving safe havens and going into riskier assets. All right, so Just keep that in mind. All right. So that's why that pound CAD you'll start to see after Tuesday. And I would suggest that you wait until after Tuesday to make that trade. It gives you your best chances to see which way the market will go. All right. And look for CAD and Swiss to benefit from a weakened US dollar. Anyway, with crude, all right, which has a correlation with the oil with CAD, with the CAD pairs or whatever. I mean the CAD yeah, with the CAD currency. All right. So I'm just looking for downside action here. If price does go up, and I suspect that it may sneak up here before Tuesday's news, we could see price turn around. All right, from a better price in premium, and we can take that short down and attack these lows. Okay. All right. Next one will be Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you saw this. Oh, come on, man. You saw this nice move here, this bullish move here. And this could indicate that price is given an early warning sign when they break this kind of market structure. That price could be given a warning sign that this pullback is over and that price wants to turn around. All right, we could be very well seeing that. All right, and we are in deep in discount. Remember the range I was talking about. All right, and I have the range from top to bottom here to here. All right, from the lower high to the lower low. And if you're going to take a buy, this is the area you want to take a buy from, right? So what I want you to do, what I would urge you to look for is a retest. All right, look for price to come down to the range of demand here. All right, and find its way around. We'll see bullish price action to confirm a buy on the 15-minute. We need to see that confirmation on the 15-minute. Okay. Outside of that, you know, this is a double bottom, right? And there is liquidity down here, plenty of it. All right. And people are, some moon boys are thinking, hey man, we're on our way up. You know what I mean? And we could very well come up here and find ourselves coming right back and sweeping this liquidity. So I wouldn't get too happy. Not yet. It's not happy time yet. All right. So I'm looking for a reason to take confirmations, to take longs. All right. And tentative longs. All right. I'm not going to be swinging for the fences anyway. Let's move on to the next one. Let's look at ETH. All right. ETH is got a strong case to go on up. You see the arrow going up from here. Again, I will mention that this particular candle was not here when I presented this live in our live stream during the Zoom session, and but the arrow was there, and I had price going up. It looks like we're getting a nice response here, and I suspect that price will go up. If price does take this low, all right, I'm looking at this break of structure as bullish, and after every break of structure, you got to think a return to impulse is coming. And I'm looking for price to come right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to mark it down for you. All right. For you and for me. All right. I'm looking right here for price to come to, if this demand zone doesn't hold. I'm looking for price to tap into this unmitigated zone, and I will be very careful. I would only take this as a short-term trade. All right, and I'll be looking for price to round over here, and I'll be looking on 15-minute for those confirmations. All right, but if we get a pullback, this is where I want to be, because price would be coming back into discount pricing. All right, and I would look for a nice 50% or better kind of pullback, and then further up if it intends to go further up. All right, if it hits this first, and breaks this low on the way down, then this becomes exposed. Just letting you know. All right. Next, Aussie CAD. Why do I like this one? One, let's take a good view of this. All right. Look at the swing highs and swing lows. This thing is bearish, isn't it? All right. All right. We finally broke structure here, all right, to the upside, and price did go up, right? But then we broke structure to the downside. All right. When you start having to break some structure to the downside, you start to look at the lows that are being taken out, all right, that confirm further declines, right? Price did pull back up. Again, we gotta keep in mind, what is the trading range? All right. Where are we in the structure? Okay. Are we bullish or are we bearish? Did we make higher highs here? All right. You know, should we be looking for more bullish price action? All right. If you're not clear on where your structure breaks are and whatnot, go to the next highest time frame, and it becomes clearer. I promise you. All right. You can see that price didn't break this trading range, right? And once we broke this lower low, we made a technical break of the low here, but it's not a break of structure for me. Anyway, that doesn't even matter. We started to break structure to the upside, all right? This is internal structure, but the top of the trading range is still here. So I'm still bearish until this high is taken. Once this high is taken, then I start thinking of bullish setups, okay? But I am bearish now, all right, especially with a lovely head and shoulder pattern. And I just, you know, there's not a whole lot of thought about that with me. So as we break structure to the downside on the way down, breaking more, taking out those lows, and we get a pullback here, the first thing I'm thinking about, what is the trading range? Where are we going? All right. Things are bearish. We have a pullback. We have a break of structure with a pullback. You know, those are things I'm going to expect. So I had this arrow here. Again, this wasn't here, and this was here. The black candle was here. The blue candle was not. All right. This is the open candle. Okay. And I thought price would continue down from here. There is a chance. Be careful. All right. Be careful that price would want to come up and sweep this high. All right. Still respect that high. All right. And then come down. All right. It may want to dither up here again, but then eventually come down. So be careful. Okay. And if price decides to start taking out, you know, other highs, I'm looking here. I'm still looking for price to round over. So be careful. Don't jump into anything just because it's bearish. All right. Look for your confirmations. And you can find those confirmations on the 15-minute. All right. This as soon as price comes into this contact with this area, that's when I start to go down to the 15-minute and look for my confirmations for a sell. Got it? All right. And my stop loss will be right above this. All right. All right, until price decides to do something else, then I'm going to be looking for that bearish price action when it gets up in this area here. That's me. All right, and the next one is NZDCAD. NZDCAD. Again, remember what I said about the CAD pairs. All right, and Aussie and the New Zealand dollar, they are both weak. They are both weak. All right, and they are actually getting weaker. So this is the kind of pairing that you look for, where the one has momentum going in the other direction, in the one direction, and the other one has the momentum going in the opposite direction. All right, so it's kind of like having some wind to your back there. All right, so with NZDCAD, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, we did. We did turn up, right? Breaking structure on the way up. That's great, but price fell, and the lows that were responsible for those highs and the breaks of structure were broken to the downside, and everything started to get really bearish, as illustrated by those green lines that I have there. All right, you see these green lines on the 4 hour. All right, so we're breaking the lows, and we're protecting highs, and we're breaking lows, and we're protecting the highs. Price came back up, didn't make a lower low, but we made a higher high, right? You might think, oh, we are bullish. No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is the trading range, right? We're above premium, all right, the 50% mark, the EQ of this trading range, all right, and we're in discount pricing at supply, all right, after a sweep of liquidity. I'm looking for price to continue down. Boom, 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 boom. That's what I'm doing, all right, and that's what price is doing, all right. So what happens? What happens is, I thought price would make it down here. This candle again was not here. This is the open candle when I presented this during the live Zoom. All right. We were just here. I thought price would come down here. It did. All right. And we had a little rejection here, but I do believe that we should see some follow through as there is a lot of liquidity below this low. Got it? All right, a lot of liquidities, sell side to come in sweep because there's a lot of people who took longs and left their stop losses down there, and market makers will make some sweeps of that. Now, what happens is there is potential that this low will hold because there's some strength to it. It broke structure to the upside. So when price comes down here, there is a chance that price will this demand will hold, and if it does, I'll be looking for 15-minute confirmations for buys on the way up. All right. If this market is turning around, that would be very interesting to me because the New Zealand dollar is weak compared to the CAD. And if once Tuesday comes and the US dollar gets its news about CPI data, I believe this will turn around. So we should see, it's not out of the question to see some movement up before the news and then price comes on down. All right. That's not beyond the realm of, the possibilities because that's the way it works sometimes. All right. When the news comes, that's when the intended move is going to happen. Okay. And the last one is CAD yen. CAD yen. All right. You see how bullish this is? I love this price action. Why? Because it's bullish and it's easy to see. All right, I want to take you to the daily, and what you can see here is this break of market structure here was done 2014. That's a 2014 high, and we took that high out. All right, that's a good sign of bullishness, and you can see for days and weeks, months, we have been very bearish in CAD yen. All right, because the yen is very weak when compared to the CAD. One is going one way. Definitely the yen is the weakest of all the currencies right now. And the CAD is moving in another way up. All right. Those are the ones you want to pair together, even without news on Tuesday. All right. I believe this will continue to go up. All right. And we can see that this zone here, this supply was broken here. Right. And when price breaks a zone, I look for the flip to demand. So this supply flips to demand. When price comes back down here, I'm looking for price to hold and continue higher. This may happen up until the news for on Tuesday, the CPI data. All right. And then we could see price turn right around. Okay. So I'm going to set my alert here. I was going to set an alert there. I don't know what just happened then. All right. And I'm going to say buy. All right. And I'll be looking for, as soon as price comes in here, I'll be looking for 15-minute confirmations for buys to take higher. All right. And the first target will be the highs that are being created right there. All right. And I can't leave this here. So you got to go. Thank you. All right. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. All right. This is the watch list, the hot list. Okay. And please make sure you check out the videos. I put it all on a playlist, the FOREX weekly forecast for this week from Monday, the 12th through the 19th, Friday. Okay. Check out that playlist. All right. Those are the last videos I just posted along with this one. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you smash the like button and leave me some feedback in the comment section about these setups. If you're looking at something similar, or you think they're going to go the wrong way, la-di-di, la-di-da, whatever. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.